What's up everybody, I'm Seth Fowler, and a couple weeks ago I bought the worst reviewed sneaker on Amazon, and it's finally here, unfortunately. Before we actually dive into the sneaker itself, I want to show you guys a little bit more about the sneaker. On Amazon, it's called the Summer Whisper Men's Trendy Plaid Low Top Lace Up Casual Round Toe Breathable Leather Skate Sneakers. Well, it's not a skate sneaker. That's the first thing. I get that they're probably going with that super long name for search results and SEO. I totally understand that, but I mean, half these things, it just isn't. I went with the size 9, which is my true size. I also went with the coffee color because I believe, well, there's just brown and coffee, which are both actually exactly the same thing, so I didn't really have much of a choice. The price of these sneakers was $32.90 with $5.99 shipping. There was no Prime available, presumably, and as I've realized once I got the shoes in, because they were shipping from China. The description of these shoes is a little ridiculous to say the least. It says, "The pair of right shoes can make all the difference." Okay, I think that's just bad English. I'm assuming it's not talking about just having a right shoe, but are you trying to find a pair of trendy and comfortable sneakers? I think we all are. Find your heart's desire in Summer Whisper at the price you want now. Find your heart's desire. Okay. Summer Whisper offers many great choices for you, like brown and more brown. It's the gateway to the latest trends and fashions. You can match whatever outfit you have in mind. That's because, well, when you see the sneakers, you'll see that there's like 2 completely different colors on them, so I mean, you could probably match anything with these shoes if you wanted. Shopping on a budget but still want to look good? For sure. This pair of sneakers is an excellent wallet-friendly choice for you. To be fair, there are a lot of sneakers that look almost identical that are going for like $10 to $12 on Amazon, so comparatively, I don't think this is really a budget-friendly sneaker, but that's a different story. The sneakers offer a classic look that can't go wrong. Whether you wear them with a pair of slacks and a button-up for work or dresses down, with your favorite denim and black tee, from work and school to out for the night, you can make sure you are dressed for whatever is coming your way. You can take your next steps with confidence when you're wearing the Oxfords from us. Well, they're described as skate shoes in the title, so I don't know, are they skate shoes, are they dress shoes? I don't think they even know. The features and details are leather, rubber sole, high quality leather, so I don't know if there's 2 different types of leather, but I can tell you that none of it's high quality. Designed for you who want to stand out anywhere, anytime. Trendy plaids highlight your personality. There's no plaid on this shoe, so I don't know where that's coming from. Convenient lace-up closure, soft footbeds, relaxed feet. Anti-skid, durable rubber sole, breathable and healthy. Breathable and healthy, nice. Okay. If I keep talking about every little thing that they did wrong in this features and details section, the video would be 20 minutes long. Highlight your personality. Not your personality. Your personality. That's great. High fashion, low price, specific design gives this a chic, timeless look at an affordable price. Easy to match different outfits and different occasions, give you ease and enjoyment. Great. And then obviously it has 2 reviews, which is definitely low for something, but it's 1 out of 5 star on both reviews. So it's batting 100 with the worst reviews possible. So let's click on these reviews and see what they say. This one is from Amazon customer, I would assume, from October 11th, 2018. These shoes are the worst product on Amazon, the worst quality. I am surprised that Amazon sells these shoes. Gotta get a grammar check on that one. After only 1 day of wearing these shoes, the sole came off. Just used them for 1 regular day at the office. On the left shoe, the sole came off on most of it. I'm assuming they meant off on most of it. And on the right shoe, it's starting to come off. Also on the right shoe, the fabric, which is not leather at all, could have guessed that. I will be throwing the shoes to the garbage and asking for a refund. There's some images. Not a great looking pair of sneakers. And there's definitely some sole separation, 100%. The next review says, worst shoes I ever bought, in all caps. Dead man shoes. Since you shouldn't walk in them. Awful. Not a leather even close. Both soles were loosened at first day. Don't waste your money since they don't cost even $5. And 1 person found this review helpful. Nice. Okay, so I think it's fair to say that I don't have the highest expectation for these shoes, but why don't we get into it? So my shoes came in a couple days ago. I ordered them almost a month ago at this point, so the shipping was definitely longer than I would have liked. This is the box. It has a shipping label on top of it. They just tape the box closed, so that was a great way to ship a pair of shoes. One thing that really struck me about this pair of sneakers is that it is not the Summer Whispers brand that they said it was. It's actually Plavneroy, which looks very similar to Playboy. In fact, I would guess that they're probably trying to knock off Playboy without Playboy suing them. So that's great. But if you look at the logo or the emblem, it's just, I mean, it's a worm wrapping around a leaf. So that's sort of a weak logo right there. And the name Plavneroy, You could have said Plaineroy, and you would have been fine. I don't know why they had to put in a V instead of an A. Also, I don't know why they had to call it a Plivneroy and not just a Summer Whisper. It also says Plivneroy, established 1953 in NYC. I think that's just a bold-faced lie. Really quickly, let me Google Plivneroy. It is a real brand, which makes sense, because these are Plivneroys. I mean, they make pretty much the same type of shoes, and they're definitely not from New York. But hey, you know, apparently they sell a lot of pairs in Germany. Oh, nice. It also comes with some Plivneroy paper that kind of looks like Playboy paper. It's not actually paper. It's kind of like, you know, that really cheap sort of clothy sort of medical stuff that you find on, I don't know, doctor's chairs and stuff. It's not great material. So now, without further ado, here they are, the Plivneroy or Summer Whisper dress/skate shoes. Or also the worst reviewed sneakers on Amazon. So like I said, I got these in a couple days ago, and I've had a chance to wear these around. I only actually wore them for one day, mainly around my neighborhood because I just didn't really want to be seen in them. You know what? Those reviews weren't too far off. The upper of the shoe comes in that coffee or dark brown leather that they were talking about. Again, it's just, there's no way this is real leather. This is pretty much the worst plasticky leather I've ever felt. I mean, it's bad. It's really bad. You've got these flat brown laces that weave through these metal eyelets. They're fine. They're just kind of standard laces. I'm sure they sourced them somewhere, so there's nothing really bad about these laces. I'm sure you can see that around the top of the laces, I've really cranked down on the shoe and tightened it up a lot because this shoe is not true to size. This is a very large sneaker. It's not true to size. It's not even close. I'll get to more of that later, but man, that was just a lie. They were just flat out lying about the size. Continuing back to the midfoot of the sneaker, you get to what I can only assume is the plaid pattern that they were talking about, which is really just sort of a stitched diamond pattern. This leather is probably the worst leather on the entire shoe. It's definitely not even leather. It just feels like soft fabric. Like the reviews were saying, I mean, it's already chipping off. You can see right there on the side. I wore this for maybe 6 hours at most. I didn't even walk in them too much, and it's already chipping. I mean, it's pretty bad. It just came off of my fingers, nice. I mean, look at that, that's straight up coming off. Inside this sneaker, you've got more faux leather lining the sock liner of the shoe. It's just as bad as all the leather around the upper of the shoe, and it has absolutely no padding, so your foot is pretty much just up against this sort of plasticky feeling material, which isn't great. The insole of the shoe is actually my favorite part. It's this Plaineroy insole, and it's got this sort of I guess massaging dot pattern on the forefoot, which you cannot feel at all, but it does have this padded foam area on the heel, which actually made wearing this shoe bearable. I'm gonna be honest, I thought that this shoe was gonna be the most uncomfortable thing I've ever worn. I've worn a lot of uncomfortable sneakers, and this one wasn't the worst. This is the one sort of thing I think they did right, and again, I think this was sourced from some random factory, so they didn't design that in, they just slapped their logo on it. So, as I mentioned before, the fit of this shoe is horrible. It's way too big, and even when you tighten it down, it still feels really weird around the midfoot, like it never really fits. Again, comfort was kind of surprising, but that was really only in the heel because of that foam piece. Everywhere else was just, actually, it just kind of felt like a cheap dress shoe. There wasn't anything too uncomfortable about it. Moving back on the sneaker, you've got these 3 inexplicable rivets that seem to have no purpose other than just being a really bad design choice. You've got 2 black ones on the outside and a red one in the center, and they just ruin any chance that this sneaker had of being a decent looking dress shoe. The back of the shoe is just more of that crappy leather, nothing special there. Moving down on the sneaker, you've got this really thin black rubber midsole that doesn't really seem to do anything other than just separate the outsole from the upper of the sneaker. It's got no padding, it's just straight up there. And then finally, moving to the bottom of the sneaker, you've got the weirdest part of the entire shoe, this bright red outsole. For some reason, this outsole like weirdly reminds me of the Adidas Spring Blades from a couple years back. And I think it's just because it's got these segmented traction pods that no skate shoe would have, and actually for that matter, no dress shoe would have. And not only that, they also come in bright red, which looks awful, and any chance that you had that this would be sort of a low profile dress shoe that you could just pick up on the cheap to go to work or something like that, ruined by the ridiculously colored outsole. Overall, I've got to say that the Plivneroy, or the worst reviewed sneaker on Amazon, definitely gets a bad rap. I don't think it's as utterly awful as people are saying. To be fair, there are only 2 reviews, and well, they were right. But I mean, if you're looking for a dress shoe to wear one time and you don't mind it falling apart on you, then this is great. This is the shoe that you want. I might even go on Amazon and give this a 5-star. Kind of bump it up a little bit, you know. I'm not gonna do that, that would be evil. Don't buy this shoe. Don't waste the money. Go to Payless, find a discount dress shoe. It'll last you longer than this, it'll look better than this. It won't take you a month and a half to ship. I think it's safe to say that this Plivneroy dress shoe is crap. It's just a terrible shoe. But I mean, you probably already guessed that because it's the worst reviewed sneaker on Amazon. But that pretty much wraps up the video for today. Thank you so much for watching. I would love to know your thoughts on this sneaker, so make sure to leave those comments in the comment section down below. And as always, thank you so much for watching. Please make sure to give this video a thumbs up if you liked it, subscribe down below if you haven't yet, and I'll see you all in the next one.